What is going on, guys? Patrick here from Nintendo Talk, back with a brand new video. Today we have a very special video. We're going to be going over Mario Kart Tour, the upcoming mobile game from Nintendo. This game is set to release in April, so very exciting, coming up soon. I'm joined by my good friend Dave from Bammer TV. What's up, man?
How you doing today, Pat?
Very good. I brought Dave along because he plays a lot of mobile games, so he knows, a lot of how the monetization works, how some of the gameplay elements work. Out of the two of us, I would say you probably play the most mobile games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually trying to find a good one that'll hold my attention, but for the most part, it's just kind of like Pokemon Go and Pokemon Quest. I'm a big Pokemon fan.
I mean, Nintendo's been killing it with a lot of their mobile games. They're going to be continuing to make these, so guys, just deal with it. This is going to be a new thing from Nintendo. But today, I actually made up some mock-ups of what I think Mario Kart Tour could be. So me and Dave are going to explain them, and we're going to tell you guys how Nintendo could possibly monetize this game. So the reason why I say that, Dave, is I think right off the bat, we have to talk about this. I think Mario Kart Tour is going to be free. What do you think about that?
Free to download or free to play?
Free to play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be free to play if Nintendo has any sense in their head, but they will monetize the hell out of it like everyone else does. Either in purchasable items or ads. I'm noticing a lot more ads in games these days, which I'm not a big fan of, but then you can pay $5 and turn off the ads.
Exactly. Like, that might be an option. So Nintendo has had some different models with their mobile games. Pokemon Go was free, and we all know the success that brought. Super Mario Run was $10, and that had mixed reviews. They've had Animal Crossing, which was free. So they've kind of gone back and forth with different pricing structures. I think this game could be huge if they go free.
I think if they go free, it would be 1 million plus downloads easily. But they understandably so, they have to make their own money. And they're going to do that through purchasable items, I'm sure. Possibly ads after you complete a track or something like that. But...
Yeah. And we'll get to some of those purchasable items in a second. But, guys, Dave is looking at this picture right now, and now so are you. So this is my proposed game for Mario Kart Tour. This is at least how it's going to work. There's been a lot of people asking, well, how can you make a giant game like Mario Kart fit in the palm of your hands? And this is how I came up with it. So this picture here is clearly showing someone holding a phone vertically, which I think is important. Nintendo's been very adamant on mobile games being played with one hand. It just adds to the ease of the game itself. So here we go. So on the left side, you can see the person holding it, and their thumb is right near. I put two different arrows. So my plan for this game was for Mario or whoever you're controlling to automatically go. So what do you think about Mario Kart not having a gas button?
I mean, if you think about it, if you play the game the right way, you don't have to hold the gas button to begin with. You just have to move the directional. So I think maybe an initial gas button, and then the way you have it here, it looks like your whatever item you pick up is going to be down in that slot. And I agree with that.
Exactly. So you have the two arrows, so you can obviously control left or right. Maybe like a double tap on that would be like a drift or something like that. So the item I decided to put in the middle of those arrows. It's kind of a design flaw on my part, because if you're hitting the right arrow, you're kind of covering the item. That's one thing I did think of, but I don't know. I really couldn't think of another place for that item to go. Another thing is I couldn't fit a map onto the screen. Mario Kart's been famous for having the map. So my design is just mainly to highlight how the game would play. So your gas would be automatic, and you're just controlling the drift and the turning mechanic. For this game itself, I was picturing turbo pads being a big part of this game. Being able to hit every turbo pad on the map. And as you can see, under the first place standing, I put a timer, which isn't really typical for Mario Kart games. I think time is going to be a big part of this game.
Yeah, I can definitely see all of those points being very valid. Especially with mobile games being more competitive, I think, than standard online games being in the palm of your hand. You can play whenever you want. I do think time is going to be very important, probably more important than it has been in the past games. As far as the item placement, maybe over the right arrow, so it's still within thumb reach when you're using it, but other than that, I think you did a good job on the mock-up here. I can see the game in my head being played this way, but it does need a map of some kind, even if it's just a quick map of like what's right in front of you. You know what I mean? That follows your track.
Yeah, I mean, this screenshot could also be like a separate time attack mode or something like that. So basically, online is going to be a factor in this game. And I was thinking, like, you see in a lot of racing games, they have like a ghost mode where you're seeing like what the player did before you. Like, say if me and you download this game, I could see you technically like your run, but in ghost form, and I have to try and get a faster score. So that was kind of my thought place there. Does that seem fun to you? It's Mario Kart-esque, but it's dumbed down, and I think smartphone games are kind of like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it would be playable. I think it would be a lot of fun, me personally. I like the limited control idea, mostly because I am terrible at classic Mario Kart. And I think having more things within just a thumb's reach would be a better idea. I think this is a game that I could play easily, even though I'm not that good at racing games.
Yeah.
But I do know of other games that have like live matches, almost like Fortnite. They only last a couple of minutes.
Yep.
But they like Holio, that's a live match, and you're actually fighting against other live players. So I can see this game following that suit in a way.
Yeah, and I actually, for those of you who might be asking, I tried envisioning this game horizontally, like holding the phone like that. I think it could obviously work. There are a ton of racing games on mobile with a gas button, with advanced controls, but I really think Nintendo's going for anyone could pick this game up. Like your mom could pick this game up, your friends could pick this game up, and it could be just really accessible. I said when this game was announced, I think it could be like at that level of Pokemon Go. I don't think any mobile game will ever hit that, peak, and it was just like such a great time for that game to come out. But I think Mario Kart is a big enough franchise where a lot of people could be downloading this game.
I think this is going to be right up there with Pokemon Go. Mario has a massive following, just like Pokemon. I'm a very big Mario fan. I have been since I was a little kid playing Mario 64. I think this is going to be a good game for the mobile phone, but I would like to see them include like a couple of features kind of like Pokemon Go if it's going to be a true mobile game, like having rest stops, if you will, along the road and being able to like get new items and stuff like that by spinning the top or something like that.
That's true.
That's what I would love to see more games take after. I mean, Niantic kind of has a corner on that right now, but
yeah. So let's get into some of the finer details. So mainly the screenshot that you guys saw before, that was really to get, a visual aid for you guys to understand where I was coming from with how the game's going to play. So some of the other details that I was thinking of in terms of how this game would play and how it would keep your attention for a long time. So essentially I'm envisioning a gauge where you have three, like a gas gauge almost, with like 3 different bars. And basically those will be the available races to you in a free setting. So you'll get 3 races and then there'll be a cooldown time of like an hour or 30 minutes or something like that. And that's key because each cup is 4 races. So you're only going to get to be able to ride a race the 3 races, and then there's a cooldown. However, you can obviously maybe purchase something that lowers the cooldown or something like that. So how do you feel about a cooldown system? Because those are kind of annoying, but it's very mobile-like.
It's definitely mobile-like, but I have to say from a user standpoint, when you have a cooldown period that doesn't let you achieve your objective, you get extremely aggravated.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good idea. It would keep the players interested. But at the same time, like a game like Pokemon Quest, where it does have a cooldown period, but along the way, you unlock more energy.
That's
so
true.
basically, when that game first came out, you and I played for 4 or 5 hours without having to purchase anything or wait any time.
Yeah.
So maybe if this has a level up system, maybe they'll install something like that where like up to level 5 you get all these bonuses and then they make them more scarce or something like that.
Okay. I like it. So some of the ways that I was envisioning of monetizing this is having 2 different types of currency, which is really, really common in mobile games. So the first type of currency and the most common one would be coins. So you can pick these up actually playing the level. If you can see back in the screenshot, there are coins in there. So you can pick up coins. After each race, you would get awarded coins. And I'm envisioning these coins to be unlocking everything from car parts to gliders to possibly characters. And then the big currency, which you have to pay for, is, I don't know, racing tickets or something like that, where a set of 5 racing tickets is $1.99. It costs 5 racing tickets to unlock additional characters. And I'm thinking you only start off with Mario. So what do you think? $1.99 for 5 racing tickets. You can also use individual racing tickets to unlock car parts and stuff, but the main currency, the free currency, is coins.
Yeah, I can see that being applicable. In this case, the racing tickets being purchasable, I think I can foresee them being scattered throughout the levels, like as a random pickup or maybe, as a luck of the draw type thing. When you have items that are only purchasable in games, it excludes a lot of players. So I can definitely see Nintendo trying to rock both ends of the spectrum, trying to keep it as free as possible so anybody can play, but the more dedicated players that are willing to spend the money are going to spend the money and get rewarded for it.
Yeah. And I also think like just starting with Mario is going to, it's going to add to the
motivate.
Fuel. Yeah, it's going to motivate people to want to unlock some of these characters. And there might be some ways for you to unlock racing tickets for free, like a lot of mobile games daily rewards. Like if you come back every day, you'll get rewards. Maybe like the 5th day is a racing ticket.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking once you finish each of the cups, you would get 1 racing ticket. So there's definitely ways to get these. But say if you see Yoshi in the store and you want to buy them right now, it's $1.99.
Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty good way to monetize this. It'll keep players coming back.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think they would do something similar with either more rare or more classic cars. Like if you can get the original N64 Mario Kart set up, I would totally do that. If I could get it for free, that'd be great. But if I had to pay $1.99, I would be willing to do that.
Yeah, and this kind of opens the gates for Nintendo to constantly add content to this game, adding characters in every month or 2 months or something like that.
And they have a lot to choose from.
They have a ton to choose from. I mean, just look at the newest Mario Tennis Aces game. Has a ton of characters.
So speaking of skins, do you think they're going to have ways to accessorize these guys, like changing the outfit colors or maybe doing different hats for Mario, etc., etc.?
That could be interesting, like maybe having events like maybe Christmas time, you unlock a Santa hat or something like that. I think that this game is going to be the first customizable Mario Kart game. So, you can paint your own car, which has never been a thing. You can, mix and match accessories on your car. I think the customization is going to be key, but also that's going to be a way for Nintendo to monetize.
Definitely. And they're definitely going to have options to monetize. We all know Nintendo, they're very creative, and I think they're going to have a lot of secret paths. I think they're going to have a lot of hidden items, and I think there's going to be a lot of different ways to monetize that they're going to make a killing on, but a rightful killing, because this is probably going to be a huge game.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful for this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed some of the ideas that I had. These were just kind of rough ideas, but I think, this is probably the most realistic take that you're going to get on Mario Kart Tour. This game does drop in April. Dave, from what we've been talking about, if this is the game that comes out, will you be downloading Mario Kart Tour?
I might not be a day one downloader. I might wait for you to download it and maybe I'll watch how it goes. Mm-hmm. But I can definitely foresee myself playing a game, especially if it's designed similar to this. I know Nintendo will rock their own design, but if it has the simplicity like this that anyone can use it, I would definitely use it.
All right, guys, there you go. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll keep you updated on Mario Kart Tour when it drops later this year. Thank you very much, Dave, for joining us.
Anytime, Pat.
All right, guys, and we will see you in the next video. Have a good one.